Hey fam jam, what's up? It's me T coming at you with a video for today. Um I'm excited. Okay. So today is give me a second guys. Today is shit, hold on one second. Um Not cute. No, it is cute. Okay, so today is what's it called? Fame and reputation. That's the day. That's the theme of the day. So first half of the day was fame and reputation. Second half of the day was or is right now. We're currently in it. Is love, commitment, relationships. What else? What else? What else? Marriage. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna work with one deck today. We're gonna keep it real simple. It's the I didn't post it, but it's the illuminated tarot deck. I fucking love this deck. I feel like this deck was made for me. So thank you, Caitlin Keegan, for making it. And because I love it in the aspect of how variety filled it is, and it also includes like cartomancy, so it's like super chillin' as a card deck. So okay, the A team is here because I'm feeling real hot. That is a sign of me, like basically begin, bitch, begin, do y'all thing, do y'all thing. All right, so thank you, A team, for being with me. I'm gonna just pray over these cards real quick. Thank you guys for just bearing with me as I do that. All right, so let me just tell you my goal is to end at 8:45. Okay, so if somebody's on there time watching, just let me know at 8:45 that it's about time to hop off. But we're doing 5 cards, so I got to get through this kind of swiftly, kind of briefly. You know what I'm saying? All right, so A team, thank you so much for placing 2 of the highest and best yin and yang cards at the top of this deck in regards to the today's native, authentic, and natural energies in terms of nerves to our fame and reputation area of our lives. I think I went too far. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here right now? I know I fucking went too far. I do that a lot. Okay, hold on. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here right now? Yeah, that I felt. Okay. It was like, son of a bitch. Sometimes I just like, ah. All right, so here we go. Oh, this is good. Okay, super awesome. Okay, so the first card we got is 9 of Hearts, which is basically in the traditional tarot, I feel as it's like the 9 of Pentacles, which means basically that it's you're feeling really good today. You're feeling, and yet today there was an energy in the air that was super. It was super like lighthearted. Okay, so talk about the heart. It's a lighthearted. Oh, very interesting also that it's a 9 because there's something with the heart that there was a completion to. I was getting that earlier today too, so that absolutely could be depicting this as well. Let me just like look at it for a second. Yeah, I just feel like, okay, you know how like they say like, I just feel like all the stones in your heart have been turned over, like you've dealt with almost everything that you needed to deal with, and now you're really kind of, and it's funny because somebody had mentioned that like, oh, I think it was another reading. I can't remember who, because I really listened to a whole bunch of different readings just for myself, me, myself, and I, because we have so much fun doing it. But somebody had mentioned today, which I loved. It was like somebody, oh, I think it was your angelic karma. I love her. So she had like a quickie on today, and she was saying how one of the 2 people that you're dealing with, if you're still dealing with 2 people, I want to say that no longer after this day. That's basically like it's done. She was saying that it was like one person kind of realized that things are not going to go anywhere with you, so they've turned their cup over, or that's how I pictured it. I don't know if she actually said it that way, But see, it's very interesting that it came out kind of like in a reverse, which they're really like, I don't like doing reverses, but sometimes when I feel that it's actually really good, then I just kind of keep to it because I decide and I choose to side with more positive things in my life, right? So when it comes down to it, I just feel like this card, basically, it's like all of the cups that you've been feeling very doubtful about in terms of like your heart and like just fucking bullshit and all that shit. It's like you've just dumped them out. Like you're like, you know what? I the 10 of cups is what I'm waiting for. That one cup. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, when you're talking about like I know we're gonna talk about this later, like true love, but it could kind of flow one into another because it doesn't fucking matter. That's how your life works, right? Nothing's ever disconnected. It all flows into one another. This is why you got to keep on your A game when it comes to emotions, you know, and emotions and managing them well. This is what I'm trying to say, because emotions are going to come up. They're going to make you feel crazy, but you got to manage them correctly for you to then flow gracefully and successfully and joyously throughout your entire life in terms of all of its aspects. Okay, so with this card here, basically it's saying that one, so you're basically you've turned over all of your options and all of your everything, you know, like everything that needed a solution in your heart. Like you've kind of decided to like out with the old, out with the bullshit, in with the new shit. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, it's like the new shit that you're actually, the reason why you did this, sorry, it's an alert. The reason why you did this is because you basically were just like, you know what, I'm going to simplify it. Just like I'm using one deck of cards today. Actually, I'm going to be using two, one for the believing aspect, but one for both areas of our lives that we're talking about. So it's kind of like you're simplifying your heart. You've done all the simplification possible, and you literally you're just expecting, you're going to start working on that one cup, like that Ace of Cups, which is going to be like your 10 of Cups. So I want to say you were just feeling really emotionally really kind of good today. Like you don't give a fuck what happened in your past, right? And that's on an inner quiet or like small level today. So but that's pretty big. That's pretty awesome. It's like you feel successful because you've just dumped it out. You're like, fuck it. You just like you just like dropped what no longer worked. You know what I'm saying? And you're feeling great. You're feeling lighthearted is what that's exactly, so it comes around. Okay, so because I mentioned that in the first place, and I'm like, oh, that's why you're feeling lighthearted, because you just dropped a lot of bullshit. Amen. So next card is the Two of Diamonds, and this is a yin and yang card, which I love. So basically what this is depicting is on a grander scale or louder scale, or just more this is interesting, just more kind of just out there, you know, way. This is really interesting. The way that I'm seeing this is that the moon, you're like, first of all, you're very balanced within yourself. There's a mysterious aspect of you, and there's a glowing aspect of you. Okay, so that is like super, and you're feeling super heightened. But what I'm also getting with this is that, okay, first, I'm just gonna go with what comes to me first. This this right here is kind of like a transformation. It's like butterfly wings to me. So there's a transformation happening within you that is kind of harmonizing you due to this full moon. Okay, so what I want to say here is very interesting. You are coming off, sorry guys, I'm like, burping is like literally always going to happen in my videos. I don't know why. I just have to release for people, I guess, you know. So it's all good. Okay, this piece of hair is lovely. That's all I gotta say. It's pissed me off. All right. So anyhow, so long story short, this is basically like when you're having to do with people outside of you, like you're dealing with people that, you know, it's like put it this way, when you're dealing with people that are not like your usual people that you deal with, okay? Which is like if you're meeting new people today, you are actually glowing to them and you're looking very regal. You're looking like very beautiful in their eyes, and what I'm also seeing is like, do you know how huskies have two different eyes? That's what I'm seeing here. It's like you have two different versions of yourself, but they're both really fucking good. Like they're just making you really look and feel and exude uniqueness, okay? So that's what I feel is going on, and actually it's making you shine and shine like a diamond. So it's like, yeah, absolutely, that's where the shine comes in, is the diamond aspect of you. You're like glowing in your diamond-esque self, okay? And I'm not going to say esque, I'm going to say the real thing, diamond. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so like when you're out and about and you're just like, you know, doing your own thing and like you're being simple about shit, like people are just really kind of seeing your glow and they're like mesmerized by it, because there's a side that's very mysterious to you, there's a side to you that's very mysterious. And miraculous is what I'm hearing. Oh, that's beautiful. That's why you're so mysterious, because you're miraculous in a certain way. Beautiful. Thank you, A-Team. And there's a sun aspect. So it's basically like the moon and the sun are both working in your favor today, and they are both kind of coming together to kind of balance you out. But in your fame and reputation, that's really good because of the fact that it's kind of like you're able, just like I said, with your heart, you're able to kind of manage your emotions. Thank you. I just saw 1111. You're able to manage your emotions very well, so you can kind of keep on your happiness glowing level. Then you're able to shine outwardly really brighter than ever. But also, this is a card of, I feel that you've accepted all of you, your shadows and your brightness, right? Because some of the time we kind of tend to like, we kind of tend to side with our insecurities sometimes, which kind of makes us go into this like moon-like energy. But then there's other times where it's like, okay, no, we got this, we're confident, whatever. This is kind of like, yo, all of me is confident, all of me is insecure, and I don't give a damn. Like you're being really real. Do I go into what happened to me today? Okay. Here's an example I'm going to give you. And I like to give examples out of my life just to kind of give you a way that it could pan out. Because for me, guys, I feel I work with the realm of possibilities. I basically, transmit whatever needs to be said. However, like for me, I feel like you'll get like a solid two versions of how life could pan out. But the whole thing is, it's like, use your intuition as well as you're watching me, so that you can literally, A, practice, B, you can literally see how it applies to you. Like bend it towards you, because to me, it's like we all live different lives. We all are going to go through the same kind of experiences, but at the same time, I can only speak so many possibilities when there are an infinite amount of it. So whatever kind of strikes you, like as like, oh, that's really interesting because that even a snippet of it is like true, then that's something that was for you. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm sharing, like so when I say two, I mean yin and yang. There's two options, right? That like it could be, or it could be more than those options. But what I'm also saying is I like to kind of share my stories sometimes. This way you can kind of think of a third option, or that might trigger something that's similar to you, or expand your mind in some way. So this is how I kind of like to work it, and then you guys take it to whatever way in terms of expansion, because I'm all about growth, expansion, and just like, and bettering your life through what you feel like it would help you. Okay, that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. So long story short, with this card, it was interesting. Somebody had came over today in terms of like a family friend, right? Or not really family friend, more like, well, yeah, okay, well, we're just going to call it family friend, And so long story short, it was funny because I was looking cray because I just got out of the shower. I didn't do my hair. I had maybe my makeup done. No, not even my makeup. I was totally off. I was like, well, who the fuck cares? It's not that you're off when you're yourself, but I'm just saying, like, I wasn't like prepared for this guest, put it that way. And but like the whole fan was, and I was like, that's cool, whatever. But the whole thing is, when I met them, it was funny because I was like, I had like shifted, I transformed. So I went from this person where I was like, okay, like no makeup, no hair done, but you know, totally cleansed and clean and whatever. Just hopping out of the shower, and when I stepped out to say hi to this person, my hair was all crazy. I didn't have any makeup on, and I was just like, whatever, like, we're just going out there to say hi. And that's basically what I did, because I knew it was going to take me a little bit to kind of, you know, get myself together. And once I came out there, she was like, whoa, hey, how are you? And like, it was the craziest thing. She did not even see that I didn't have any makeup on, or my hair was fucking fucked up right. But she was just like, wow, like she saw this side. And I was like, whoa. I was like, that is crazy. But what I wanted to also say was, and I was grateful for that, that I also wanted to say that through the conversation as well was the aspect of her, okay, her and I were talking, and I was observing like the conversation through like my inner self, okay? And so it was really interesting because I felt I was being super real, and that was being miraculous to me. So that's why I wanted to mention this story, because of the miracles, that you are a miracle. Actually, you've realized that today. And I just thought it was like the way that I was coming out made me really see how I literally interact with people, and how miraculous it really is, because it's so real. And it's just something I never noticed that I did, but it's miraculous because no one else comes out there like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's super, like, not that no one else, it's just very rare to find a person that is super solid within themselves. And I'm not saying that's me all the time. I'm saying that's me majority of the time. But like, it's because I've worked on it, right? Because it's not something that, you know, I didn't like had within me. I always say I started out neutral pretty much, and then I kind of took a side, because I was like, I'm not going to be flip-flopping all the time. And I was flip-flopping for a very fucking long time. So this is you kind of showing up to a person again, like a person outside of yourself that you're normally not used to interacting with. It could be a family friend, it could be whoever, a stranger, you know what I'm saying? Even, oh, that's interesting. I'm getting so hot. Thank you, 18. There was another scenario too where I was like, do I share that one too? Okay, they're telling me to go for it. Where I was like walking, and I have a neighbor that like literally, he's super cute. He's an older man, and he like literally like kind of, I guess like, you know, when you pick up on somebody's habits, like he kind of like, I guess looks forward to seeing me, right, every day. So he was telling me, he was like, so on my way on the walk, he was like, oh, T, you're a little late today, like on your walk. I was like, I know, because I needed a little time to myself this morning. So he is like kind of keeping me in check. And I was like, and it's super cute because I'm grateful for that, right? Super kind. And then on my way back, I was playing my music on my phone, because this is how crazy I am. But I love my fucking crazy. Today was the day where I was like, I fucking love my crazy. Where it was like, so I had my phone playing this song. Did I mention the song? Yeah. So it was John Legend's All of Me, right? I think it was that. I think it was that coming back. Or no, on my way back, sorry, that was one of the songs. On my way back, it was Sia Unstoppable. Okay, love that song. So I was like singing, I had my phone on, and I was singing, and I was coming down the street, and I was just like a fucking, like just like singing it all out, didn't give a shit. And the guy was like, he, yeah, he was like, I was coming around the bend, he goes, was that you singing? And I was like, yeah, I gotta sing to the heavens, man. And he was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So again, why I mentioned that, because it's fucking purely hilarious, but also because who the fuck does that? Okay, usually it's like Tina's new like fucking beatbox coming out, you know what I'm saying? Or it's hilarious, because it's like, that's like, if I were to have a boombox back in the fucking 80s, I would have totally I would have totally been it would be on my shoulders on the street for sure. But since I had a phone, I was just like blaring my phone and I was just singing along to it. And that's like one of the things I love to do, right? So I got caught today. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But it's because I just owned all of my shit. I was like, listen, I don't care if anybody else likes it, if anybody else doesn't like it. This is me. I'm shining and I fucking love it. And like that's basically what I did. So he looked at me and he was like confused and he was like, oh, okay, like because he's never seen somebody fucking do that, right? So well, not never, but I'm just saying around here no one fucking does it, right? Like especially when you're whatever, when you're older, like no one fucking does crazy shit like that. So long story short, I'm just saying to other people, you look really you look wholesome, okay? You might have seen yourself like, oh, like a little bit like on either side today. But I think, but more so I'm sharing this is that because you've realized the miraculous gift that you have, okay? And that you're basically shining it as much as possible because you're saying, hey, listen, I know I have this aspect of myself, but I'm going to literally just like own all of me and call it a fucking day, you know, because the whole point of doing that is literally to stress less about how, like, if you're imperfect, good, you're imperfect. We're all fucking imperfect. But the thing is, it's like, don't hide that shit, you know? And to the first family, what is it called? The friend of the families, like, that came over, like, that was me owning, like, I knew I was showing up as this, but I said, I don't give a damn. Like, it's just, everybody has this side of themselves, right? So it's kind of like, what I'm sensing here is there's a freedom in your freedom in your lackluster, okay, is what I'm hearing, which is kind of like you're freeing yourself in your insecurities and in your imperfections, and you're like, listen, I don't give a damn, okay? So that's basically what it is. So, and there's a transformation, there's a huge transformation in that, where it's like, you know, when you were teeter-tottering back and forth, this could be like, you know, a two of diamonds is kind of like, I want to say like the two of, I don't know if I want to call it two of swords or two of cups. I can't remember which one is the teeter-tottering. I think it's like the two of swords. Where it's, no, maybe it is two of coins, sorry. So this could be like the two of coins in the tarot where you're kind of like you're juggling, but no longer, because this is a transformation that's happening where you've owned all of yourself and you become free in that. So, you know, talk about being, if that's fame and reputation, bitch, that's powerful. That's all I gotta say. That's super big, super big. All right, so the next card up. Was there anything else for me to say for those two cards? I feel like there was. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys, because I really do feel like there really was, and I was too quick in putting them back. It was 9 of cups, awesome. I just feel like I have to blend them today for some reason. 9, 10, 11. Oh shit, that's crazy. Okay. So blending them numerologically, it's 9 and 2, 9, 10, 11, right? So 11, which is you being like, you know, directly connected with source, with the greater spirit, as the Native Americans call it. I love it. What am I blending here? Was that the only thing? No, okay, there's something else, and there's something about brown and grounding. Interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing brown and red, which means that your root chakra, which is at the bottom, the base chakra, it's literally, it's been grounded, it's been rooted, it's been in the rainbow together, and they make a shit brown. That's basically, I don't know why I said it like that. Well, that's basically what it is, like shit brown. But I like that color, that hue of brown, okay? So this brown really depicts, because I was seeing the lips on here, which is red, and then I was seeing the brown here. So it's kind of like, I don't know if your form of expression or speaking may have grounded you. And maybe that's what you were doing. I was seeing a lot of like hollering today, which was more like singing. Okay, so singing or speaking or speech or something. There is something maybe that came out of your mouth today, or whatever did come out of your mouth today in terms of like positivity and things like that. It really grounded you, okay? It gave you like this new foundation. And so what I do want to actually say here is there was more positivity coming out of your mouth today that that has really supported your grounded self, okay? So it grounded your heart. It created roots. It purified your root chakra even, okay? So there's just so is that all that I need to say? Yeah, okay. So that's it. That's interesting. Yeah, for you to move forward. It's like there's a new foundation laid. That's basically what where you're like you're not tolerating some, like you're just again out with the old, in with the new. So today it's like you're not tolerating some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're like no longer this. Okay. Okay. So here we go. I had to like transition for a second. All right. So transitioning into the divine love. Love, marriage, commitment, and relationships, 18. Thank you for placing the highest and best 2 yin and yang cards at the top of this deck that describe today's natural, authentic, and native energies in terms of numerology, in terms of the universes, and how they apply to that area of our life when it comes to love. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here right now? I know I went too far again. I felt it. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here right now? We're getting closer. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here right now? Yeah. This could be it. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here and right now? Yes. Okay. Yes! Oh my God, cool. All right, well, like I said, things flow into one another. So the bottom of the deck is Nine of Hearts yet again. Love it. Woo, all right, so, and there was a reason why I flipped that over. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, cool, cool. Oh, guys, this is exciting because this has not happened in a very long time. These cards almost never came up. Okay, I don't think I've ever gotten these cards at all. Oh, okay, one of them I did. One of them I got. This one I have not. Wow, this is so interesting. Woo! Oh, I love it. Okay, so 4 of Hearts is the yin card, okay, for today. So it's kind of like, this is, again, what I'm even hearing is hidden. That's interesting. So hidden, interior, these are like solo, you on a solo level, you on a quiet level, that type of thing, okay? So this is 4 of Hearts, which is beautiful because, okay, grabbing rolling in from what I just said, this is like a transitional thing. And what I'm going to take from here is basically how a new foundation has been laid, like a rootedness in your heart has been laid today. Like there's a completion of that, okay? Basically like a completion out with the old, but then also a new foundation laid down in with the new. So that's kind of transferring into, transferring and I guess translating maybe into 4 of Hearts, which to me is also, the number 4 is foundation, okay? It's also gratitude. And I feel as though what I'm getting, because there's a hand coming through on the side of the ear, is that there's something on a very small level that is actually coming to you in terms of like an offer. So I want to say this is like a 4, this is like an Ace of Cups, okay, energy that's coming through. However, it's an offer that really is blossoming, okay? And so it's basically like a loving offer, okay, since we're talking about love. And it's coming through to your ear. So it's kind of like what is it? It's like a loving offer that you hear about or that you're being told about, okay? So that's really beautiful. Also, her face Her face is a total like what the fuck, like that type of like first of all she's scared because it's coming up from behind. Yeah, I love this because it's like it's such a story, right? So this person's coming up from behind her. She's fucking purely scared. She's like, what? Like about to kind of just like like basically react. Okay, so she's, but also I feel like. I don't know if I want to say this. Do I want to say this? Okay. I feel like this person has heard it all before again. All before, like, once before. Do you know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So it's kind of like the offer is really beautiful. And not to say, and she's like, the thing is, she comes up, like, her face is like, she's bitch status, she's queen, she knows what she wants, that type of thing. She knows, she's also very stirred, like, in terms of maybe life has just been that way for her. So, and this could be a guy too. It could be a guy, but since I'm more traditional, I feel like this is going to be a more traditional type of offer. Okay, so this is, and by traditional, I mean the divine masculine, whether or not you're in a, straight or gay relationship or lesbian relationship, it doesn't matter. The divine masculine portion of the union is literally gifting like an offer to the divine feminine. Okay, so this person I feel as though is like, okay, aware of it because she's obviously seeing it creep in. Okay, but also she doesn't know what to think about it. Okay, they don't know what to think because it's kind of like they've been on guard for so long. They've been warrior status for so long. Also, I don't know if they can even handle it at this point because of the fact that, like, yes, they want love, but at the same time, it's like they don't know if they can handle it because the thing is, it requires. I feel like, okay, a love is or any type of relationship it takes effort, right? And since this person has already really purely put so much effort towards their life for so and on a consistent basis, like going, like a fucking Energizer bunny, and she doesn't even know how the fuck she got this confirmation. Well, I spit everywhere. Sorry. So she like doesn't know. She like doesn't even know where she got this energy from. Okay, this is like all divine energy. But basically, she's fucking exhausted. She's not at her happiest because she hasn't laughed in a long time, and I just feel like this love offer is really beautiful. She sees it for what it is. I feel though, this is what I feel exactly because I just saw it in my mind's eye. She's stern to begin with, to be like, what the fuck, right? Because it's like maybe shocking. It's maybe like she didn't see it coming. It's out of left field, left ear type of thing. But I this is what I sense is that she's soft, like her face softens up to be like that's where the transformation is going to be. Like her face is softening up to, wow, this is like a true possibility. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like in a good way. So I just feel like she, like there's a smirk coming out of her face. You know what I'm saying? Like as she really kind of realizes what this offer is and how beautiful it is and how stable it is, right? Because 4 is a stabilized number. Okay, it's also what I want to see it as is emotional, because when we're talking about emotions, there's I want to say there's like four or five foundational emotions, and I can't remember besides joy, or is it, I don't know, I have to look back. But basically there are 4 or 5 emotions that that are, why am I talking about this? Hold on one second. I just have to like, give me a second. There are 4 or 5 emotions that are foundational that, hold on, I have to like see, what the fuck was I just talking about? Sorry, I just like, my mind just went spaced out. 4 or 5 emotions that are, foundational. Okay. So, they're foundational and they're grounding, they're foundational, and they're what you basically kind of manage in order to work your life out better. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and I feel like 4 is the number of angels too. So, and then there's 4 seasons, and then there's 4 there was something else that I think I wanted to mention as a 4 foundational thing. Can't remember. Okay. It'll come to me if anything. Um, Interesting. Also, I'm getting is that there are 4 coins in the States. There are 4 coins of, and what when I look at change, I see change for change. Okay, like change for positive change. So it's interesting how there's like coins over here that are kind of like being offered. So maybe this is either a loving money offer that's coming through. Wow, I'm getting some serious like heat. So that means it's a confirmation of yes, that's very true. Um, this person, wow, that's so interesting. Wow, that's interesting. So, these could interestingly enough be depicted as one of those flowers that kind of grow downwards, right? But what I'm getting here, that's what made me look at it. I was like, wait a second. Um, these 3 cups, which are literally, I always see like I sometimes see the objects as personification, which is like, I guess, not even personification, but more so like people. Okay. So sometimes I make them into people. Like sometimes I'm being told that they're people, right? So these 3 cups could be like 3 people that are actually have gone limp on you. Like they're stale. It's a stale, like you could be she could also be in an environment with 3 other people in it that literally have just run stale, miserable, lower vibrational, right? And she's like, she's not in the love game for sure. Like she's kind of like, she still believes, but the whole thing is it's like she's not at her brightest, right? So what I want to say is that there's some sort of loving monetary offer coming her way, or yeah, her way in terms of the divine feminine that is believable, but also it's like she's maybe even been waiting on this, like not even to say waiting on it, but more so like like knew that it existed, but yet it's coming in like super fast, super strong, super like wow, I didn't even realize that, with this 1 cup comes all of this other stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not just even about like a loving money offer. It's about, wow, there's so many more blossoming dreams to be had with this, rather than, and that is better for her heart, for her heart, better so than, sticking to these 3 individuals. Do you know what I'm saying? That basically are, listen, she loved them to the best of her abilities, but it's like, when you water a plant and it just doesn't grasp for some reason, like it just doesn't want to grow. That's basically what it was. Like she kept on watering it, but it's like, and she kept on like maneuvering like environments in terms of like trying to make people happy, like, oh, maybe this one likes it better in the sunlight, maybe this one likes a little less sunlight, and she was trying to like adjust, kept adjusting, kept watering, kept showing up, none of them took, and it's just like fuck, so maybe she's pissed because she's like damn, like I really put all of my energy into these 3 people, no one took, and that's super fucking cray, because that it's like super nuts in terms of how it's coming through, but like, because that's like super sad, right? Like it's just super sad when like no one wants to be a taker. But now this is like an what I want to say is a believer type of like essence. It's like really like she's been given another shot, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a reward. It's like, because no good action is left unseen, okay? And that's what I was getting today is fly your eye. That's like and I was getting that through, do I mention the song? Yeah, like the fly eye, I was getting it through R. Kelly's Believe song, okay? Because I was just playing it right before I came on. And so it's like, so why was I mentioning that? Is that, I guess because there's a flyer. Oh, because that's why. Because no good deed is left unseen. Okay, so it's kind of like this is something she doesn't know because she didn't really believe that these took on. She's kind of like a little like really discerning about fuck. Like, do I even want to take this on? Because this is going to be a lot of work. Is this going to stay this way? Because I wanted all these to be this way, but they weren't. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like she's going to take a second to think about like if she can, but since she believes, and all these coins are, believing in the better aspect of change and positive change at that, she's a taker on it. Like there's no, because this is the thing, she's over having to deal with dead plants. She's over it. She wants to be in an alive environment. So of course she's going to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's the better option. It's the option that at least that if it doesn't work out, she can say she tried all the fucking options. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, then God take the wheel and take her home. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. I'm just saying, it's just one of those things that it's just like, a person knows how much effort they put into life. And when you get this as a result, it's shit at the end of the day. Like, it really is like, it's like shocking shit. Okay. So talk about, the shit, the brown shit that we were talking about here. It's like, I guess that was the foundation that had to be laid, but also had to be kind of like understood in a way that it needed to be rejected. Do you get what I'm saying? For something far better. Because kind of like practice, like at least she showed up every day. At least she was in practice or in habit of taking care of this to then realize that, first of all, she's not going to be the only one taking care of this. Second, there's a lot of love here when there wasn't a lot of love here. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is a union type of growth. This isn't just like a one person type of growth. Like, oh, you only do the watering. It's like, no, two people are watering this bad boy. So that's why it's so lush and so beautiful. And also, I mean, it literally could have been by, it could have been, thank you. That's a confirmation. If it literally could have been like taken care of by one person unseen until this moment, right? Like just kind of cared for, and they did the blossoming. They kind of waited for the ripe amount of time not the ripe time, but like the perfect time to like bring this forward to this other person to say, hey, we can both take care of this now. Like, I've been taking care of this because I wanted to offer it for you. Like, that was in their vision, in their mind's eye, again, the flying eye. So, and now that it's like kind of ready to be offered, she's thinking about it, because she's like, damn, like, it's kind of like, not is it that you're good enough, but like, are you really willing to put so much effort into something even if it fails, right? But the thing is, this person has a different perspective on life. So she's not thinking about failure anymore. She's thinking about, dude, I see something really fucking amazing. I know I can do it, especially now when there's love, okay? Because where there isn't love, nothing prospers, okay? So she's been trying to do it with her love, but she knew the entire time that in the environment that she was in, there was a lackluster of love. Maybe that's why lackluster came up before. So it's kind of like there's an ending. There was not even a lackluster. There was a lackluster amongst people who didn't really even unite, like, or accept their negative side along with their positive side. They only saw the negative. Do you get what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like, okay, she's seeing that it's like two people of divine love that really kind of show up in that every day, are taking care of this, and they can absolutely make this grow even taller and bigger and wider and lush. You know what I'm saying? So it's, again, so this is her stern face is like, don't fuck with me anymore. Like let this be a real motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a real reward that's coming through for the caretaking person that's kind of had enough. That's what I want to try to say in life. But also, it's gonna flourish, you know what I'm saying? Because this person, and this is what I got today, which is so beautiful, is like, I don't know, it was on a commercial as I was passing through the living room, and it said something like, you are lucky knowing that love is on your side. I think that's what it said, or like, love is on your side. But I just knew right away. I was like, I'm such a fucking blessed bitch, knowing that love is on my side at all times, because I treasure that shit, I honor that shit, and I work every day towards it in terms of maintaining it, in terms of its a whole goodness, you know, wholesome goodness, you know. So so the thing is, it's like, you know, and that's kind of knowing that, you know, Grandmaster G, Grand Majesty G, your higher self, source, anything that you kind of turn to, Buddha, love him, peaceful Buddha, okay, love him. That they're all on your side, and they literally, like, you're blessed because of that, right? So it's kind of like you knowing that they've been seeing you do what you got to do. And again, she has a big eyeball, so it's like they've been seeing you, you know what I'm saying? But now they're delivering, along with this divinely love earth angel of a person, they're guiding that person to kind of bring something more beautiful into your life, because you've done all the work that you could have possibly done, even if it's a failure, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's beautiful, it's really super solid and super beautiful, and it's of the heart, and it's just so much like positive change going on in the heart, you know what I'm saying? Ani, do I read the book for this? No, okay. They're like, you already said too much. Okay. Thanks, AT. So here's on the yang side of life, which is like, you know, like I said, like kind of like loud and out there, and just, you know, outside of yourself, and just bigger, on a bigger dream like scale, okay? Is the four of spades. Do I read the book on this one? Yeah, because I don't know why. It's like, I think it's because I talked way too much before. Then I'm like, okay, I need transition. I need that exit off of the highway. You know what I'm saying? For a second. Four of spades. Okay. So yeah, we knew that this was interesting. So, well, I know. I didn't know if you guys know, but it's death, and then the cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal. Oh, that's awesome. That's actually super. That was super necessary to read right there. So creation, destruction, and renewal, and it's actually really funny because, wow, that came to me today earlier. Holy shit, that's crazy. The notion that came to me earlier today was, there are two types of people here on earth. There's two types of people. Those that are here to create, like the purposes. Those that are here to create, those that are here to destruct, okay? And as sad as that is, but I never took renewal into consideration. And renewal to me is kind of like reviving of that, okay? So again, we're talking about, isn't this interesting, that on a small level, you were trying to revive or renew three people that were not having it, okay? Now it's the time where, on a bigger scale, this is like your purpose, I feel, in life going on, like what you're kind of going to commit to. I love this shit because it's like super gothic, and I love gothic shit, even though I don't look it, like I just love it. And I always said, like, I'm like a gargoyle. I love gargoyles, like the show when I was younger. Oh my god, it's so awesome. So like I love, like, and to me, death is also, in case no one knows out there, but I'm sure you do, death is a Scorpio. So I feel as though if you are Scorpio, or if you're dealing with a Scorpio is literally, they have, okay, so in their foundation, that's, and this is not just for Scorpio, but I'm just saying, like, you know, in terms of like this being a Scorpio card, like maybe there's Scorpio energies coming through our lives today, which is the death card, which is, again, like, also very foundational, right? Because of the fact that you would think creation is birth, destruction is death, if you think about it, and renewal is rebirth, okay? So it's kind of like there's a cycle that, like, we've just closed out, I feel, that is basically, and renewal is really standing out, is like literally you feel renewed. But so does your foundations, but so does your heart. Your heart is feeling renewed because it's accepted all of this kind of like, what is it called? It's accepted all of this. Okay. It's accepted this process. Okay. So, which is super big. And this is why you have the Nine of Cups today in terms of your fame and reputation, because it's like you were, and this is why it's coming in. It's very interesting. You could only feel the Nine of Cups, nine of full, the full-fledged Nine of Cups in its positive essence, and what it is basically, just because, not because of the outside gifts or whatever. I mean, this too, this has a lot to do with it. But it's because of the fact that you've owned, again, and it has a lot to do with playing off of the last card too, owning all of you. But this is more so about experience. It's like you've owned all of your experiences. You've laid to rest different things that, interesting, different things that no longer worked for you. What I'm also getting is you've laid to rest. Very interestingly enough, I commented on Instagram somewhere today. Do I mention it? Okay, yeah. I wish I knew like how to get back to it, but I don't. It said, what was it? Okay, hold on, let me think about it for a second. It said, when you are doing well, there are people out there that are out to, what is it, like destruct you, like in a sense, right? So, and I was funny because the prayer that I put in, I commented and I put in a prayer and I said, you know what, may this type of behavior or thought pattern, in people's minds, like literally be laid to rest today, because of the fact that it's like, oh, it said something like, that's interesting. It's like when people see other people prospering, not in those words, but doing well, become successful, and they end up wanting to destruct or deconstruct that person, or bring destruction to their lives, all because they don't want to own the aspect that that person worked harder towards their rewards, that type of thing. Like, it was a shorter than that, but it was like me having to explain that because I don't even know it verbatim. But I was like, wow, I'm like, that's fucking true, first of all. Second of all, that was one of my prayers that went out into the world, where I was just like, I was like, may this fucking be laid to rest today, because of the fact that it's just like, there's no need for that shit. And there's more need for talking about 4, right? 2 4s. That means it's like a manifestation day. Okay. So you were like creating, you were again, destruction, and talking about 4, sorry, going back to finish my thought. Talking about 4, 4 is laying the foundation down towards efforting towards your life. Okay. So again, it's like some people want success and they don't, and in all aspects of life, but especially love, right? But they're not willing to lay down a solid, genuine foundation of what they want to create, what they want to not deal with in terms of not tolerate, in terms of destruct, and what they want to renew. Do they want a renewed sense of passion in their heart? Do they want to, again, so a spade is always, what I've said is like, it's a shot through the heart. It's kind of like, or shock through the heart, but it's like what is it called, Cupid coming in and kind of just like piercing your heart, but in a good way, and so, and death is also really good because of the fact that it's a part of the process. People don't realize it. They see it as a purely sad thing, and you could have literally been actually experiencing it from yesterday. Like yesterday there was a huge ending. But it could have been also me experiencing an ending first, because sometimes I end up being a leader in these 4s, right? So sometimes I notice I end up experiencing, death first, and then maybe the rest of the world experiences death today. Do you get what I'm saying? So yesterday for me was a death, and today could have been a death for other people in terms of who are catching up, right? Who are maybe, I want to just say, less advanced in terms of being so aware to the spiritual world. So, today you could have been literally like, again, this is kind of like the world card to me. Like, they're cyclical, right? The skull is kind of like a cycle. And what I want to say is like, there's a maturity there, is what I'm hearing through your experiences, that taught you, the cycle of creation, destruction, and renewal, and what you were going to tolerate because it's working, what you're not going to tolerate because it's giving you shit rewards, shit everything, and what you were going to renew because there's a sense of you miss it, right? So within you. So again, there's just something within your heart, and I'm glad that these two heart cards came up because it's really beautiful. This also could be an effect to this too. So it's like something like maybe somebody's coming through, and that's what I'm sensing is like somebody's having even a hard time coming through with this offer because they're feeling like death, right? They're feeling like shit, but they're like, listen, like it's kind of like this is the last thing I can fucking possibly do for my life to make it better, like that type of thing. Like that's maybe how you're feeling, you know? And also what I wanted to say is that when it comes down to it, there's also this sense of when we're talking friendships, there's the sense of friendships coming back into play. 5454 is has now showed up, where it's like, you know, on a big scale, there has been some sort of closure because you're able to renew your friendships again on a better, more spiritual scale. In terms of like maybe there's somebody like this also could be like it doesn't have to be what is it called? I want to say like it doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be like friendship wise too, where somebody's like texting you or they're offering something back at you, like they're remembering you. Okay, so they're bringing you like they're offering flowers of sorts, like that's like a loving text message could be like a flower of sorts, right? And then you have this where it's like, oh, you haven't spoken to this person in a long time, so it's kind of like you just know that energetically something has shifted because now you're able to really, both of you are able to talk, even though there wasn't any fallout, there was maybe separation, right? So kind of like a destruction in a sense. You also may have caused destruction in their life at one point. So this could be a person like coming back to where if you blend both of these together, it's kind of like this person, like you're able to now communicate better with this person that came back into your life as a friend, because you weren't able to talk about it. You talked to them for a very long time because you were going through things, they were going through things. You might have caused a fucking little rift in their life, like in terms of destruction, but like not intentionally, right? Also, I want to say that spirit has a lot to do with death, so it's kind of like there is a big aspect of spirit in the works today in terms of your love life. So it's kind of like see how they're facing. So interesting. So remember how I said the person that's offering you this like lovingness, look how he's feeling like death, okay? But he's coming from behind, he's like here, you know? But also let's be very real and upfront with ourselves all the time, all honesty all the fucking time, is that this person could be spirit because spirit works through you from the behind. From that sounds really bad. From behind you, like they're basically your backup peeps. You know what I'm saying? So maybe spirit is like kind of sensing like that. You know, this person needs this love today, so they're kind of bringing, you know, another earth angel to you to kind of like offer you like a loving energy of sorts. Okay, maybe it's again somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time, somebody that you've you know, that really kind of definitely feeling masculine energy off of this. This is feminine, this is masculine. That just like I was saying, it's like very traditional. So it's very interesting how this guy is like kind of just giving, and it could be a Scorpio giving to the love of his life, right? And Scorpio, when I mean Scorpio, it could be like what is it? Moon, rise, Venus, moon, rising, sun, Venus, all that jazz. I can never like repeat it back. So long story short, you know, and since this person has dealt with a lot of death, she's just like, fuck, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? like, can we not? You know what I'm saying? Like, can one of us liven the fuck up? But this is the thing. The middle is the happy way, right? So if this is just accepted, the midway is this guy gets electrified by her acceptance. It's a giving and receiving of sorts, right? Also, I feel like the guy who's giving has given way too fucking much in his life. Like that's why he's feeling very depleted. Okay, and that's why it's kind of like even hard for him to do this. But the whole thing is, it's like this chick is like still on her A game in terms of nine of cups, and was always, and not that he's not, he definitely is in many ways other than love, right? So because we're talking about love and just genuine commitments, this chick has been filled up with it the entire time. She's like, yo, this is what I tried, like this is why I am the 9 of cups, like I'm free with this, like nine of cups, also 9 of hearts, 9 of cups also kind of depicts freedom. All right, freedom in the essence of your joy, like singularity, which is like you are happy being single, right? And I feel like this person was too, but this person can no longer handle it, obviously, right? So it's kind of like, all right, well, we got to be honest with ourselves, and we got to kind of go forward to basically to do whatever we need to do to kind of make the change happen within ourselves, right, and within our lives, to make it better, so that this person can feel happy, and then this person feels happy, and then this thrives, okay, like all the way to the center, you know, and that's their happy medium, because they'll both be taking care of this, right? So you know, and again, we're talking about death, so it's very interesting, like this person experienced death too, where it's like these had to drop away for her to kind of, you know, for her to kind of accept this. So again, this person's experiencing death on a different level, as well as she is on a different level, and they're coming together to be kind of revived and renewed, right? So there's absolutely and I just love this, because again, it's like it's 2 different hearts. It's like the 4 of hearts, the pure heart. Not that this divine masculine doesn't have a pure heart. He just has a heart that's been through a lot. Like, you know, now he's like maybe feeling love, and it's like a whole bunch of that's a lot of shit going on in the heart. That's why emotions, guys, when we talk about the number 4, emotions are huge. Emotions are like, yes, your angelic kind of signs that you need to even pay attention to, because of the fact that they're steering you in the right direction. To me, it's like the wind in your sails. It's like they're the signs that are telling you what needs to be changed, right? So the whole thing is, it's like, and I'm getting super hot as I'm saying that, because again, your emotions are your angels in a sense. They're there for a reason. So you have to kind of basically be in tune with them for you to thrive. And so even as to me, this might be a crazy reading, but I find it really beautiful, because I just find it like, you know, there's just because they're on the same page, right? They're the 4s are there. They've laid groundworks that are successful. They have the same basic things, I guess, and they want the same basic thing. And the whole thing is, it's like, and they're both in their heart. So it's kind of like what I'm hearing is like the time is now. What actually, it's not what I'm hearing. It's like what I'm getting is the time is now. You know. Ooh, that is beautiful. Gosh, I'm like super, I'm super hot, guys. Super hot 18. All right, give me a second. So I'm getting to just put these together, and for some reason this is coming out, so I have to just put that there. It came out a lot. Give me a second, guys. What was the last one? I gotta see it visually in order to know. Because something's telling me to just put them all together. La 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 la. And probably have to do that because one, you know, they overflow in one another, right? So sometimes energetically you kind of need to support that so that it does overflow. Here it is. Okay. Interesting. And 4 of Wands is at the top of the deck as I'm shuffling through the cards. Like it just like made its way there. So it's kind of like 4 of Wands. We were just talking about the 4 of 2 hearts, right? And now it's the 4 of Wands, which could also mean, you know, I mean, we're talking like this is the marriage card, right? So we're talking about love, and also it's 4 of clubs. So to me, it's like good luck. Look at this. Interestingly enough, this is growing here, and this is growing here, and it's very well balanced of what's going on here. And really interestingly enough, look at this. Sorry, maybe this is why I had to put it all together. So as it's like, it might be different for you, but now as I lay these two cards down, this is the yin card, so this is usually on the left side. This is the yang card, which is usually on the right side. But as I'm laying it down, it's like, okay, they just told me, like, she is accepting the offer, because the fact that she's accepted it, she has it in her hand, and she's following him. So before, it was reversed where he was giving it to her, and now it's like, okay, she's accepted, now he's taking on the leadership role, which is renewal, which is creation, okay? So, which renewal leads to creation. Super awesome. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's so funny because it's like, look at that. She's super passionate. Like, she's like, yes, like super passionate in whatever she stands for. And he's like a super chill guy. It's like, that's basically what it is. Like, he's like, yeah, whatever. Like, he's super chill. And she's like in it, all the way in it. She's like on fire. You know what I'm saying? So she has a passionate heart, and he has like a more like she has a passionate red fiery heart, and he has more of a compassionate heart, which is like a pink, like loving, like very dear, caring heart. I think they both own those energies in their hearts, but it's like one is more towards one side and one is more towards the other side. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. So 18, one last card for me to... Okay, I gotta get going, guys. One last card for us to believe in, please. What is the one thing for us to believe in when it comes to today? Please place it at the top of this deck. Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now? Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now? Yeah, I felt that. Effort. Aw, that's so beautiful. So put in the effort. Somebody's hungry about putting this effort in. I'm telling you, like they're eager, because the red and the yellow is hunger. Okay. Also, we were talking about root chakra, and we were talking about a lot of light coming through in terms of you are being very well lit up today. Like, you're rooted in your chakra. People see your light. It's very unique and different. So there's a glow about you, but also the number 13, which has also been coming up today, is the divine feminine aspect of our lives, is actually putting forward more effort into life these days, which is not more effort, but like a lot. Like, there maybe the leadership, like, because again, the heart is the divine feminine type of organ. So it's like the divine heart is putting an effort towards what it's hungry for. And with the backings of, like I said, spirit is behind you. So when I say that, I mean the divine goddesses, the divine queens, the divine feminine energies of what once lived are now, even in your angels, even in your ancestral lineage, like all of the divine queen goddesses basically are helping you kind of take effort, like make the effort out of your heart, because there's a passionate heart there, right? That really wants joy, because yellow is joy. Yellow to me is also renewal and creation, you know? So it's kind of like your heart wants all of that. And so they're actually pushing you forward, even though you might feel like you're not ready, you don't know if you're enough, all of that shit. Doesn't matter. They're putting that to the side, just like they're kind of actually putting the effort into you in terms of putting your emotions to the side even a little bit, so that you can follow through on a courageous, which is also the yellow, which is a courageous level, to then, make your dreams come true in terms of being true to your heart and fulfilling what it needs to fulfill, so that you can feel more of this joyousness and feel more alive, hungry for something, and a lot of the times I feel like lately you might not have been. Like, this is just, again, this is a revival. This is a revival card. Creativity, all right? It's also the yellow is creativity too. So there is a creativity, man. And the number 3 is also love, harmony, and what else? Number 3 is also love, past, present, future. Basically, all of that coming together. It's like, if you can see this, like this creativity is behind the effort. So you're being pushed in a very spiritual, creative sense to make the effort, and they're like behind you on it, which is beautiful. They're super behind you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is you and your heart. Excuse me again, burps gonna happen. And then they're just kind of like pushing you towards like how you want to live your life. Oh my God, guys, look at this. I love it. Okay, so look, this is so exciting. So I'm going to end it right here, but this is the last thing that I just saw is 32 music. So it's kind of like okay, this is you and your heart, or the divine masculine heart, I want to say, but also, you know, it could be the divine, yeah, this is the divine masculine heart coming through with the offer. This is what I'm getting. There's creativity behind it. Maybe they planned it, maybe, you know, whatever, spirit's coming through today on it. And then you get role reversal, not role reversal in a bad way, but you kind of get like, okay, now like his heart's desire has been fulfilled. And then there's like super creative, you know, joyous harmony coming through, and, you know, where there's this light glow and there's music to be had. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like just, I don't know. So the story here is creativity is helping you effort to move your head to move yourself forward, to then create this beautiful harmony amongst your heart and another person's heart, right? So it's super cool. I love that. All right, so that's basically what it is, guys, for today. That's super. I love that. That is awesome. So so you're going to follow through and things are going to be fine. And it's all divinely guided in terms of its creativity. It's divine creativity that's really kind of inspiring you to take effort when it comes to, you know, getting your heart passioned up, you know what I'm saying, for what it wants to be fulfilled in, you know what I'm saying, which is harmonious music. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'll be on here hopefully tomorrow if divinely guided. Mwah. Bye.